Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of Star Trek the Animated Series. Today we're watching an episode called Yesteryear. I think that watching the previous episode after coming off of the original series was a bit of a shock, something that I need to get used to. This is not the original series. This can't be the original series. Fundamentally, there are things that are different. It's animated. We don't get to see the characters acting out. We just get to hear them. The runtime is much shorter. This show is going to feel different, and I'm going to try to synchronize my brain with this format. So that's the goal today. Let's try to get used to a little bit of a faster pace than what we're used to. And one of the things that I didn't mention at the end of the last episode was the music. I'm really digging the music from the first episode so far. I know I mentioned it during, but I just wanted to say it again afterwards. That one of the things that I really enjoyed was the music. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one, and let's do it. I do love this intro sequence.
Space.
Look at it go! Whoosh! Ooh, DC Fontana. Now that's a name I know.
Our mission is to assist a team of historians in the investigation of Federation history.
Whoa. This thing has wings.
What a trip, Bones. Orion at the dawn of its civilization.
Is that the same... Is that our talking...
Who's he, Jim?
Butthole friend? That's Spock.
You know Mr. Spock.
Afraid I don't, Jim.
Bones doesn't know Mr. Spock?
I was expecting it to be one of the historians with you, but a Vulcan?
The first officer of this ship will be treated with respect.
Captain,
Who are you?
He's been your first officer for 5 years.
They changed something.
What happened?
They changed the course of time.
The only answer is that the past was somehow altered.
It seems, Captain, I'm the only one affected.
But I know who you are, and no one else aboard does.
There is no Vulcan named Spock serving with the Starfleet in any capacity. Sarek the Vulcan.
What of Sarek's family? His wife and son?
Amanda, wife of Sarek.
There's Amanda.
The couple separated after the death of their son.
Oh, no.
The wife was killed in a shuttle accident at Lunaport on her way home to Earth.
My mother. The son. What was his name and age when he died?
Spock, age 7.
But then Spock shouldn't be in existence.
Was the Guardian in use while we were gone?
The Guardian, that's what it was called.
The boy is recorded as dying during the maturity test.
A survival test traditional for young males. That was the day my cousin saved my life in the desert when I was attacked by a wild animal.
Oh.
He called himself Selleck, but I never saw him after that.
Did Selleck look like you do now?
I believe so, Captain. It was I who saved myself that other time.
Whoa, what? He saved himself?
Is it possible for Spock to return to Vulcan and repair the timeline?
It is possible.
I do not remember everything. There is a vague memory from a child's point of view. I will need a Vulcan desert soft suit and boots.
I'll order the wardrobe section to prepare it now.
We're gonna see little kid Spock?
yet I'm not aggrieved.
Andorians are not known for their charity.
But one we do possess is for family. You will live, and so will your mother. Live long and prosper in your world, Commander Spock.
That was a nice exchange. I like that.
Spock.
Oh, he's got to go alone, too. Go, Spock, go! Ooh, look at this! And this is one of the reasons why it's so cool. We get to... Whatever they can think of, they can draw, and then...
Personal
Look at
log,
this.
Stardate. I am home, and I had almost forgotten its beauty.
Barbarian! Emotional earther! You could never be a true Vulcan. That is not true. Your father brought shame to Vulcan. He married a human. You haven't
no.
even mastered a simple Vulcan neck pinch yet.
Oh, but he will.
My apologies, visitor.
Sarek.
In the family, All is silence.
You are of my family?
My name is Selleck.
Solek.
I am journeying to the family shrine to honor our gods.
You have a long way to go.
Is something wrong, cousin?
It seemed I know you.
A family resemblance to our forefathers, no doubt.
Allow me to welcome you to my home. Spock.
Is that his teddy bear?
You constantly display your emotions. The time draws near when you will have to decide whether you will follow Vulcan or human philosophy. Once on the path you choose, you cannot turn back.
Yes, Father.
Cannot turn back.
I hope you were not disturbed by my son's behavior.
No, my Lady Amanda.
Damn. They gave her some hips.
Young cousin has a more difficult road to travel than others.
You seem to understand him better than my husband.
Spock will find his way.
I hope so.
The boy goes through the Coswan ordeal soon.
Next month.
I seem to have lost track of time.
He's got to wait a month.
If you fail, there will be those who will call you a coward all your life. You will not disappoint me, not if your heart and spirit are Vulcan.
Chaya, what if I'm not a true Vulcan like they say?
Cute. I don't remember what they called them. The Vulcan teddy bears.
My memory is quite clear regarding the date my cousin saved my life.
Oh, did he sneak out early?
This is my own test.
Oh,
I have to do it alone.
that's why.
Stay.
Of course, it wasn't the actual Coswan ordeal.
Chaya, go home. Go home, Chaya.
I'm done with you.
The boy, Spock, should be moving toward the Langan Mountains. I had much to prove to myself.
I'm loving the Spock-centered episode. On Vulcan? Planet Vulcan seems very harsh. Oh no! Whoa! Did he just Vulcan neck pinch that huge creature?
Thank you for helping me. And Chaya. Do you think I'll ever be able to do that neck pinch as well as you?
I dare say you will.
Yes, you will. I'd say exactly as good as he does it.
They confuse me. Father wants me to do things his way, and Mother says I should. But then she goes,
She is a human woman. With strong emotion, she embarrasses you with those traits. And you are afraid when you see them in yourself.
how did you know?
What you do not yet understand, Spock, is that Vulcans do not lack emotion. We have emotions, but we deal with them and do not let them control us.
DC Fontana! Go Dorothy! This is excellent.
Is he dying?
Yes.
Oh no. Well, Spock would know how this ends.
Something unexpected has again occurred. Was struck by the poisonous claws of the Lamachia he fought. He is dying, unless we can find a healer.
Is this not how it went in the past?
I can bring a healer here.
There are many dangers. I will go.
No, this is my duty. No one else can do it for me.
This did not happen before, old friend. I know there is pain. Sleep now.
Well, he better hope that little kid Spock isn't gonna get hurt or die without him watching over him. Man, Vulcan is scary. I love the look of everything though. It just looks
The
so
hour
harsh.
is late.
My Sailot fought a Lamacha in the Langan foothills. Please, you must come with me. He needs your healing.
I have heard of you. I have heard of a tendency toward what humans call practical jokes.
Have you ever heard the son of Sarek was a liar?
No? Very well. Wait here and I will get my medicines.
Logical. Well, at least they can get over there faster and more safely with the spaceship, or whatever you call that.
To lose him?
A Vulcan would face such a loss without tears.
How?
Loss of life is to be mourned, but only if the life was wasted. Ichaya's was not.
It has been too long. No antidote known will save his life.
No.
I can prolong his life, but he will be in pain, or I can release him from life.
Release him. It is fitting he dies with peace and dignity.
This is sad.
A direction for my life had to be chosen. I chose Vulcan.
It is good then.
If you will excuse me now, I have some business to conduct with schoolmates. A demonstration of the Vulcan neck pinch.
I too must make my farewells.
You saved my son's life, Selleck. There is no way I can fully repay you for that.
Try to understand your son, Sarek of Vulcan. It will be repayment enough for me. Peace and long life.
Live long and prosper, cousin.
The traveler is returning.
This was so cool. This was great.
What happened?
One small thing was changed this time. A pet died.
Well, that wouldn't mean much in the course of time.
It might, to some.
Mm-hmm. And this, kids, is why you don't mess with time travel.
So you two finally got back from your vacation.
Well, they remember him.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Spock.
I've got my medical scanners all set up for a Vulcan. I have to recalibrate every time I run a physical on you, Spock.
If the times were different, you would have to recalibrate for an Andorian.
If that was supposed to be a joke, Spock, I have to remind you, Vulcans don't tell jokes.
Times change, Doctor. Times change.
Yes. I think that Dorothy Fontana writes Spock the best, or at least in the way that I enjoy the best. I think she is very intrigued by his character. I think he is her favorite character, and because he oftentimes has a really prominent role in her episodes, and it really delves into his psychology, and she just writes his character with so much care and affection. It was really cool to see Sarek and Amanda and Planet Vulcan, and this was just such a treat. I love the way they illustrated Vulcan. It's so harsh and unforgiving, and it feels very cold and very much like the Vulcans. They're kind of cold, logical state, and this planet was very much like that as well. There wasn't a lot of warmth to it. There wasn't a lot of color. I just really, really liked it. And then we got to see the teddy bear pet. I really loved seeing the Andorian and the conversation with Spock and the Andorian, even though it was just a really quick thing. And the joke that Spock made at the end about the Andorian, and Bones had no idea what he was talking about. So it's kind of like an inside joke with Kirk and Spock now. And we got to learn a little bit more about some of the things that we already heard and knew about Spock's upbringing, but to be able to see it and kind of experience it in this way really helps to solidify in our minds exactly kind of like the situation that he faced growing up and being confused by his parents because of their differences and feeling conflicted and lost of the way that he's supposed to be or how he can fit in with everybody else. I also really loved to see that like he had a choice on which path to follow, the Vulcan or the human, and that he was freely allowed to choose. Sarek gave him the ability without any pressure to choose the way that that Spock wanted to do. And it was interesting when he said that once you pick one, you can't go back. And I wonder exactly what that's about. Like, is it like physically, like he just wouldn't be able to switch to the other side mentally or whatever? Or is it like a cultural thing? And there was a really neat reveal really early on that Spock was the cousin Salak who saved him, the younger Spock, in the desert. And then the teddy bear, he died this time and he didn't last time. And messing with time And traveling to the past and things like that is a very complicated, very delicate thing that you just really don't want to mess with unless you absolutely have to. And just a really neat line at the end when Spock was saying that the death of something like an animal, a pet, would mean a great deal to the right person, in this case, himself. So yeah, Fontana, she really hit it out of the park. Excellent job. Loved it. Love the care and love that she puts into writing stories that are centered around Spock and his character and his psychology, and it's great stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it too. Let me know what you think about this episode, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.